Morning, everybody. I'm going to give another 20 seconds to see if anybody else wants to join before I start this. Otherwise, we're going to get started. My topic today is returns and exchanges. And we have seen that we always supported that our customers have ability to create a sales return in AltheaSuite or modify invoice and add new and remove the existing one. But that never went to the delivery schedules. And the current way it worked in AltheaSuite was that you go ahead and you just create a return, and then it just immediately does the stock transactions and financial transactions. So I am sharing my screen and I'm going to talk about what we are trying to achieve with this whole implementation. Cameron, let me know when you can see my
I
screen.
I can see your screen.
Okay, perfect. So there are certain types of different types of returns that we have handled. You are exchanging, right? You send a model number to customer, and then for some reason it has a scratch or whatever reason it is, you are sending another one as this one is damaged. The next could be you are actually he's changed the model itself. You send something after 2 days, they said, "Hey, I do not like it. Can you send another one?" So that's almost like swap. And the another one is he's actually returning it. They don't want it. They're happy or unhappy, whatever the reason is, it's just coming back to you. So all these different scenarios can be handled. As of now, this is all handled through our sales orders. Sales orders, once again, is a very, very powerful module in Althea Suite, especially if you are in appliance businesses, because we know that there are a lot of times you need modifications, change, customer calls, appointment changes, delivery schedule changes. So I heavily encourage we are, even if whatever type of package you have as of now, giving everybody a free upgrade to use sales orders module. And you should use that if you're our existing customer. New customers anyway get that, and we do our training from there. So what have I done is this is my demo account. Went ahead and created a sales for a customer. I named that customer as a demo customer. And then we sold these two products to them. And then in one case, they have warranty purchased, and in another case, they declined warranty. If you notice in our new release now, we are also adding the parent product name uh, at the bottom of the warranties, because earlier it was just adding the warranty name and it gets difficult to figure out which one is connected with which warranty. So as the main product is there, below that uh, warranty item, and below that is the name of the main product. So this is an invoice, and I'm going to go to my next screen. I will go ahead and create a new return. Customer, we have delivered this product to customer, and there is a swap. Like he wants us to change this same model number and give me another one. So we're going to go to an order, and we'll create a new order. I'm going to add the same customer name, my demo customer, got delivered. So we're considering that he is returning this model number. There's an exchange. Okay, so we'll add the model number. As I have added the model number, all those pop-ups, like the way it comes, they're going to keep coming up. And we'll say, okay, I don't need anything. Proceed to the warranty. Okay, maybe he had 5-year warranty. Or you could have decided that, oh, I'm not going to add warranty. We're going to go with what he had earlier. At this point, if you say add an exchange, this button here, this gets added, and then you can see that it's waiting for you to link it to that original invoice where it was sold. Now, this situation is also handled that if you made a sales order, you delivered the product and you have not yet invoiced your customer. In that case, also, you will be able to select the QLN or the serial number and associate it with that. Over here, I can only see the serials that this customer has. In the drop down, this is the serial on that invoice he had. I selected that and I'm going to say, okay. So what happened here is that we are sending a new product. We are returning this one back. It became negative. It linked with that original order where we had sent it. And in the end, you see that customer does not have to pay us anything because it's a complete swap. Couple of things to notice here is there are times that you would have sold this product to customer at a discounted price. So this price is $1,049.99. Maybe when we sold it, it was discounted. So once you add an exchange and link it, this will get updated to the price the way it was on that invoice. So are you still giving them at the same price? You just need to manually change that price of the new model that you're sending. So we have an exchange here. I might assign a serial number. Um, this is the new serial that we are sending them. You don't have to assign it here. All of our customers already know that. They can scan it at the time of loading the truck. There is no need. This is a demo. I just want to make sure I don't crash anything. So I am assigning it here. Um, so I can also remove it from here. I can assign any serial I want. I can assign QLN. If you're using QLN, it's going to give us in the drop down whatever you are doing over there. So let's see if I have that one in hand. We're going to use this one. Okay. So this is all we got to do. And we're going to create this. We have a new sales order. I'm going to just refresh our screen. This is the order number. I'm going to copy that. We'll go to the delivery queue here under the pending deliveries. I'm going to search for that order number. There we go. That order has a negative red end here. It's telling you that this is a return pickup. There are two things here together. I can schedule it. I could have scheduled it on the calendar, right? I was creating an order. I just wanted to show you this is how it comes here. We can schedule it on our calendar that it's a return pickup. Let's put it on the 26th of April. Create a schedule on the delivery, how many slots you need. Maybe I need 2 slots to this. You see here also it comes here as a negative. So in the print of the manifest also, this is how it's going to display. If you want the color in the manifest to be bolder, red color, whatever you need, we can do that setup. And we're going to save that. So we have a calendar, we have a trip created automatically. This is on 26th April, 7:00 a.m. trip. So I'm going to go back to I'm just keeping all the screens open. Let's go to the trip and then we'll see it. The next step is loading the truck. Now we are ready to load that truck. So whoever is loading the truck is going to say, okay, I'm going to load the truck. You see one product is here and other one automatically gets loaded and pushed to the other side because we have nothing to do with it. We are bringing it back. So warehouse is going to scan the one which is going. This gets scanned. This one is loaded. This one has to be brought back. I'm going to say complete loading. This trip is ready. I mean, my simple example is one order. There will be multiple orders on that trip, and one of the order could be a return order. Now, when your driver is starting the trip, we are again going to quickly finish that trip. When we're delivering, he knows it here that this is a return. We have done a lot of color coding everywhere, so that is quite obvious that this is a return. You need to bring it back. Go ahead and take a signature, add your images, as many as you want, and then mark this as delivered. End the trip. So now what happens? This is important because we've heard from so many customers that we have returns and exchanges. They are just get lost. Sometimes we don't know if they were coming back. We need to track them. There is a new section here, picked up items. Anything which is coming back from your customer location is sitting here for you to review. So you will have to check here. Of course, it's coming back. We want the warehouse team to check it. what is the situation? Is that serial number matching? Of course, the serial number has to match. And then at this point, are you, this is an exchange. Right here, if you see here, you could issue a sales return. I'll take a step back and I'll explain. We did an exchange. We sent customer the same model and we brought back the old model. The one which has come back is sitting here, that it's a return. You need to accept it back in your warehouse, wherever you want to put it. Do you want to put it in a damaged warehouse or you want to put it back in the main? You will have that option here. Whereas the one which we just delivered, because we delivered a new one, comes here in the delivery history. We'll go there and check that. Um, I'll just refresh the screen. So the one which I just delivered is waiting here to be invoiced. This is right on all the way on the top. I can, now every business is different. This has to be invoiced because the reason it has to be invoiced is because we sent a new serial to that customer. Now the warranty is going to change because it needs to be allocated to that new serial we sent. Maybe the return happened 3 days after you have actually delivered the product, or maybe the exchange happened 20 days after you have delivered the product. So the warranty date needs to reset. So I can either make invoice first and then adjust that money, or I can make a return first and then get that money adjusted. Either way, we are not going to be asking customer to pay more. Even if your customer has a credit limit, it gets handled. Now, one of the problem earlier is that if your customer does not have a credit limit, he made an invoice and he gave you full money. And then at the time of sales return, if you are making a new invoice, it's going to ask you more money, but they should not be paying you. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go to the earlier screen and I'll say issue a return. Here is issue a sales return screen. At that time, where do you want to bring this back? I can say I'm going to bring it back to my damaged warehouse. This product is coming back automatically. The warranty that was sold also is going to get adjusted. We're not going to be returning the money. You could put that money on customer's account, that because we're going to adjust it in the next invoice that we're making for this customer, and we're going to create that return. This is the serial number that is coming back, validated again, and save that. So that picked up item has moved away because it has been done and you have issued the return. But you can always see them. You can also say, show me which ones have been moved to other places and returns have happened. So it's giving you the complete history. Everything that has been returned or exchanged, all the history is there. It's just that by default, we are only showing where you have not finalized it. Let's go back to my other screen and create invoice for this one. I have sent them a new model. Again, the warranty came. This is the money they have to give us. Go ahead and accept the payment. Um, it is going to say that you have money. It's highlighting on that advance amount that you swapped it, you have money, adjust that, and then complete this sales ticket. So we did a complete swap of a model, same model number. And if I go and take you to the serial number manager, if we go under inventory, if we go under serial number, and then we're going to look for that serial number that we just brought back. We will let the screen refresh a little bit. And then we'll see the serial number should be in hand because we brought it back. The number should have been in hand. Search does not have the serial number. I'm going to just look for the serial number again. We'll find out which one we have returned. We have returned this one. Let's look at the serial number. Show serial number. This is the one. And even if I'm going to open this same invoice again, and we'll show you there, and then we'll find the serial number and bring it back there. We're going to open that invoice we just returned. The invoice is also going to get updated that it has been returned with the negative quantity. This was my invoice. If you see here, it has been returned quantity 1, 1. So that original invoice has been updated. And then let's look at the serial number. Here we go. It has come back, so it is back in hand again. So we did a swap, we brought a serial number, we gave customer a new serial number, everything got adjusted, the financials got adjusted, and new invoice is made, and older invoice has been updated that there was a return. Now, let's go back to that invoice. This has been returned already. You can see it. Now, this customer says that, hey, this model number, I just need another one. This is not, I'm not happy with it. That's my second situation, that you send something and then they do not like it. And now we're going to send them another one. So we'll copy this again. Everything starts from order. And then we're going to create a new return order now. This time I'm going to send them a new model number. So we'll add a new customer, same customer. And then I'm going to say delivery. Let's add that model number. Um, this time, I'm not going to do any warranties. The model has been added. At this time, is it a sales return or a return? You have both the options. I'm going to say, okay, this is coming back. And we are maybe sending them a new model. I'll just copy that. We are just sending them a new model. So here we go. This is what I am sending them. I'm going to say, okay, this one that I'm sending, they don't want any warranty. So let's see what happened here. First of all, I need to link it with that original invoice. So again, I'll do that. Select the QLN number. It's going to show me which one that customer has from which invoice. So we have sold them a couple of them. I'll just find the order number that I want to link it to. 4753. Order number, the one where we have sold it, original invoice. Yes, this is the where we have sold it. And this customer, we are bringing this product. I'm just going to check this QLN. Okay, we have this QLN with them. So this is a return. This is altogether a new model number that is going to them, and that's the warranty. At the bottom now it's saying there is a difference in the price. You have to take this much more money from your customer. It adjusts the balance that they have, and it'll ask you to pay more. Your customer is paying it now, you can receive a deposit right there. Are they going to pay it later? We can always adjust it. If it was negative, that means you have to return that money. That can be adjusted once the product is back during the sales return. Then you can give that money back. If you're using credit card, you can adjust it on their card amount. So I'm just going to accept that money, saying that okay, they are paying now. So we will add the check payment. So the money gets adjusted. While we are creating an order, we have received that money, and then pending is nothing. Whatever we are sending them, we are going to allocate a QLN to that because a new product is getting sent to them. I'm allocating it here. And you all know that this can be done at the time of delivery. So we just created an order with a return ticket. The process is same. The backend adjustments are different. The money is going to get adjusted exactly if it's a swap, but if it's a return, then you might be taking more or lesser. It will show you on the screen there. Um, that's it. Now we're going to go to our pending delivery queue. I'm just going to find that order number I have created all the way on the top. And we're going to create a route again. Order number has changed now. There is my new order. It's telling me that this model is going and this is coming back. There are two different SKUs in this account now. Let's go ahead and schedule it on the calendar. I can say that I'm going to send it on the 27th. We're going to create a ticket. If you notice, as I am creating these on the calendar, the trips are automatically getting made. That's the that's the advantage that you get here, that the route will get made. Route can also be optimized later on once it is made. So we're going to save this. So I have a new trip created in the system. I'll go back to my trip. I'm going to make it on the 27th. Same process is going to ask you to load the truck. This is setting based. If you did not want to load the truck and just start the trip, you could do that. But loading a truck is very helpful. It makes sure the right products are going to the customer. Now we have one going, one coming back again. I'll complete the loading. That's it. Now we're going to start the trip, stop the trip, go ahead and complete it. Hopefully this time this gets delivered and we're bringing back that one. Accept it and mark it as delivered and end the trip. Now let's say that in this situation, I can again see that in my picked up items. And one more thing, there are times when you're doing a delivery, there is some product not getting delivered, even if it is not an exchange. I took this model number in my truck, and then customer says, "Hey, I don't want it." We have not even reached the stage that we have delivered it. It's coming back in the truck. And then you have an option right there, skip from the delivery. Even that is going to now come here instead of going back to pending delivery. You know this has come back. Now you can decide, do you want to reschedule it? Or the reason it has come back is because there was a problem. So you need to decide this model number, should it go back to the main queue or you need to move it to some other warehouse for now. I have this sales return. If you see here again, you have the same options, uh, issue sales return. If for some reason a wrong serial number was scanned, you can change the serial number also here. So now I'm going to make invoice first and then do a return. So you'll see how the money is going to get adjusted. If you made a return first, obviously I added that money in customer's account and I adjusted that in that invoice. So we'll do it a little bit differently. My model number that I have delivered to them is sitting in the delivery history. This is right on the top. It is not invoiced. We're going to go here and create an invoice. So everything is here. It is saying that there is a balance amount of $896. We're going to accept the money. You use that deposit under the balance. It is telling you here, includes picked up item credit. If your customer does not have a credit limit, a lot of times we don't want to give credit limits to customers. This is my demo account. I put a default credit limit as $50,000. It has automatically increased their credit limit. So because otherwise AltheaSuite gives an error. Your customer does not have a credit limit to make this invoice. But now internally, we increase their credit limit because we know we have that money. It's just matter of adjusting it when that return is created. So we'll say, okay, balance, and this is the balance. And of course, when you do that sales return, this money is going to get adjusted right there. So we're going to add it here. I hope this part is clear. This is very important if you are working with the customers and you do not want to give them any credit limit. In that case, internally, we are increasing this because we already know I have this money already on that return from the customer. So I'll do this way. So in the business, people follow different workflows. We can't expect that as soon as the product comes back, somebody will go ahead and create a return right there. But a new product which has been sent, maybe it needs to be invoiced on the same day. So that's why we gave these two options where we are keeping a buffer of that money there. I can come here now and issue a return to the customer. Once again, I don't want to put it in my mainstream. I want to put this in my S&D warehouse and then adjust that money on that customer's advance and create it and then save that. One another thing is that if I show you that this particular model number is moved to this warehouse and it was a return, before you created a return, I should have shown you, you could have also created a scratch and dent unit of that product. We have a complete scratch and dent ability where you can create a new SKU from existing SKU and make that as a sketch and done unit and give it a different sales price, add the images. From that screen here, you could have converted that to an S&D unit and saved it so that you want to sell it at a lesser price to somebody else. So um, when I was making this trip, I should have shown you show completed trip. If we printed the manifest of this, all the returns that we are doing, um, this is not the one I created. Show completed trip, trip schedule date. The manifest is going to print with the negative, so your driver will know that. I will find out. Demo customer. Well, I'll find out that trip too, so that we can see that these are all my return trips, I think so. Not this one. And if it's not showing, we need to, here we go. All right. Um, so on the trip also, if your driver is not using AltheaSuite on their device and they're having a problem, um, this also will become -1. So this is how the returns will manage. It's as simple as it looks in the front end. There has been a lot of work again gone in this, and a lot of complexities because our customers are doing things from different screens. Somebody's making orders, somebody's making invoice, somebody's deleting appointments, somebody is moving the appointments while the trip is going on. A lot of validations have been added now because this has created a little bit of chaos where things are happening on this screen and this screen. So you will see moving forward, a lot of validations are there where you will not be able to delete an appointment if it's already on the trip because, hey, you already started the trip. Somebody's loading the truck. We are also getting that experience as we are onboarding more and more customers. But this is going to help you handle all your returns, all your return merchandise and pickups from here, create scratch and dent unit, or you want to send it back to your manufacturer and get a credit memo on that and adjust it in their next invoice, whatever the business need is. So far in AltheaSuite, if you made an invoice, we had this one simple option, returns. What it does is it definitely creates a return, but it immediately brings the product back in the system and adjusts the money. Whereas creating a return manually in the system does not bring the product back. It still needs to go through the full delivery cycle and get it picked up and then rescan it, check it if everything is okay or it has a problem, and then move it to the next queue. I'm going to start looking at some of the questions can be done with the invoicing too. As of now, no, Mika, this is something in the order because the complexity is a whole lot. But even if you are not using orders, you're using invoices, you can just use the order to create a return pickup and it'll go to the pending delivery queue. We don't, we definitely, I encourage everybody to use orders because of the complexity of business you guys have. We have seen deliveries getting, even if the product is sometimes delivered, it comes back on the same day, customers changing the model number. That sales order is very powerful. We have done a lot of work on that sales order. And every day we are looking at that and enhancing. But Mika, you can still use invoice and just create an order for the return pickup. It's going to go to the same route and trip that goes from the invoice. Um, what is the customer exchange for a lower, higher price would be? Absolutely. If the exchange is for the lower price, you will see the negative there and you will be able to return that money. Uh, if it's a lower price, that means you are returning that customer that money. And you don't want to return it at the time of order because the product has still not come back. So when you're doing that sales return, you have split options, right? Um, Return the product and return them the money the way you want to return them. That's absolutely fine. And if you're using Clover, you could also return it the difference amount on their credit card. Um, Okay, so I think that's Don's question, and that's what I've answered. That would the revised ticket show the due or the refund to the customer? Yes, the revised ticket will show the due and the refund to customer. And you all know all these print formats are customized. it will show. And if it's not showing on your format, we can add that whatever way you want that to show it. Like this particular customer said that delivery manifest, if it's a return, make it bolder, make it bigger, make it this color, so that my driver doesn't miss it. He knows that he needs to bring it back. So those formatting we can easily do in that case. Any more questions from me? Well, this is still my sandbox. We are hoping that we give this release out to everybody by Monday next week. This release will handle all the problems of returns and exchanges, especially if you're using our delivery module. It makes it even simpler. If you're delivering somewhere else, then all this is manual. Um, so we encourage that use AltheaSuite delivery module so that everything is tied up in the same system. You're invoicing, you're delivering, you're taking images, you're receiving the products back. Everything is here in your delivery history. Every single product that you delivered, the original order and invoice, everything is linked here. At any time your customer calls, you can come here and see the delivery history. It'll show you images. I recently learned that I could also upload a video. I never knew that. Images, signatures, everything, which is very important because customers can charge back or do anything at any time. Um, can this be done on invoice? This is okay. Um, if you're interested in Scratch Engine module, please contact. So if you have multiple tabs open and your changes, if you have multiple tabs open and your changes will all, yes, if you have multiple tabs open, that's the beauty of our application. It's on cloud. Everything gets adjusted. But if you noticed recently, we have added some fast tables. Fast tables are because we are trying our best to enhance the speed of our application. So some places the data is a whole lot, like serial number manager. It has serial number in hand, not in hand, vendor information, original PO when it was created, the purchase document, customer who it was sold to, which document on which it was sold. There is a lot of information here. So a lot of data gets pulled when you go to that screen. So we added some fast tables. You will see this little bulb. That means this is a data dump and this is how it is, and we are also at the back end refreshing it to get you latest if something changed in last 1 or 2 minutes. So it's all real time. If you are using Althea Suite on multiple screen, just please be careful. Some people, what they do is they're working on this order here, they're creating this order is getting created, then they forget that that order was getting created on this screen, then they go to other screen, start picking up the same order again. So we have also handled that. We are checking, but sometimes same document is getting opened on 3 screens and getting modified and changed. So but everything happens on one screen gets refreshed because you're on the same database. That's answer to your question, Don. If you put a balance and the new order does not get invoiced timely, are they going? No, it's not going to the statement. No, it's in the internal account, which is not going to the statement. How do we handle return that is credit when sold? Um, how do we handle a return that is credit when sold? Um, oh, meaning he has not even paid yet. So that's it. That's not a problem. He is not paid yet. He's returning it. Still, the money is on account. We're not going to let you add that return as a, that happens even currently. If you have invoiced a customer and it is on credit, customer has not paid it, when you make sales return in Althea Suite, it will not let you return that money as a cash on card. It will tell you there is, this needs to be on account. You need to adjust that. You have never received this money. How are you paying him back? So we are taken care of that. As the stat and dent release, or scratch and dent has already been there in the system for the longest time. Yes, yeah. Um, yes, I have done the training on that. We can do another training at any time, but it has already been there. Um, we can set up more meetings if anybody needs more. As you are meeting with your account managers, as we are releasing it, you will have one-on-one sessions with them. I am happy to answer any more questions, but this is what it is. And thanks for all of you to coming here. And I also want you guys to let us know what more topics we should address with everybody. Our next training session I'm planning to do on the custom products, which are attributes, how to handle the stock of attributes and how to do the fulfillments of the products with the attributes. Christy is going to send out the date and all. I do have a little bit trouble, so it might not happen immediately Thursday, but that is my next plan, to show everybody the attributes and the stock of the attributes. I think we are good for today.
I think so too. Awesome. Thank you all for coming. We appreciate you registering. We will see you hopefully not next Thursday. We're gonna do every other Thursday, I believe.
Yes.
Recordings will be up there. The link was in the chat. And then, like Christy said in the chat, we also have a YouTube channel where tutorials are getting uploaded frequently. So please let us know what other topics you guys want to see, and we'll see you on another Thursday. Bye,
Thank you,
guys.
everybody. Thanks, Mika. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thanks.